kind of love it. If you didn't already help yourself to one of these scarves, please go get one, and they're for taking home and putting wherever you want to put it later to remember tonight. I come prepared. I'm ready. So I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to put one in the audience, and you guys do with that what you need to do. Feel free. So on behalf of Kate's family, Nancy, Steve, Saurabh, Matt, Christina, Pearl, Ezio, and Fia, and on behalf of Signature Sounds and the Shea Theater, welcome. This is hard but good, and your being here makes it way, way better. A couple of house announcements. We're really full and we're getting fuller. So we always say this when we're full. Make sure you know where the exits are. You can see the exit sign, and the one that would fool you is that one. If anyone has ever seen Spinal Tap, that's your door. This is a big show, a lot of family, and kind of in a way we're all family. If you need to get up, get a beer, have a smoke if you want to do that, go out on the street. If you want to dance in the aisles, do it. We're not trying to keep everybody contained here. We just want you to feel at home. And I don't care if you get up and walk around or come back in a half an hour or anything. Feel like you're at home. The family is sitting in the front section, and they wanted us to let you know that in 20 minutes, if chairs aren't full, that anyone who needs a chair is welcome to sit with them. So feel free to take a look at that, and we have people around the room who can help you find the seat. So my name is Lynne Bertrand, and I work with Matt as his manager, and I work with Signature Sounds, and I'm frequently at the Shea Theater. I'm usually backstage, and I never do this, so ever. And so what I wanted to do was just tell you a story about Kate from my perspective. So here I am. We're telling stories about Kate tonight, and here's mine to kick us off. For those of you who don't know the Lorenz family, Matt is Kate's brother. Matt's band, a one-man operation you'll hear tonight, is called the Suitcase Junket. I happen to be his manager. Back in February of 2017, I was at a show of his. It was the last night of a residency at a pub in Boston. Picture a long, skinny bar with a stage at the far end of it, and it was packed a little bit like this, but even more. And it was kind of a big night for us. And he had a guest for every night, and on this night, he had his favorite guest. On the business side, it was also a big night. One of the big promoters in the city, a talent buyer, had left his venues for the night to come to this little bar and hear Matt play to see if his show would work in one of the Boston venues, the big rock rooms. Big night. The promoter was really taken with the show and the scene. People were singing Matt's songs back to him, so that goes over big, and he can't really pay for that love. So he and I, the promoter and I, went to the bar to have a whiskey and work out the details of that show. From the stage, there came this first downbeat, like someone had dropped a drum, and then this weird tingling guitar. And Matt started digging into a cover of Screamin' Jay Hawkins' Wild song, "You Put a Spell on Me." He played the first verse down, low and dark, like we were waiting. And then, how do you describe the next voice or her relationship with a song? "I put a spell on you," she sang. She sang it husky, and then she explained, "Because you're mine." Dragged it out long and fierce and howling, "Mine, all mine, mine." She wasn't going after pretty. Like Screamin' Jay Hawkins, she went after the song. And she was pushing it to the frayed edges of her voice. And in the high places and the loud places, she let the prism of her voice split into every possible color, involving love and voodoo and grief. "And you better stop the things you do," she said. And she slapped the stop. "I ain't lying," she said. And it was like a threat. "You better quit your, you're fooling around." This is a nursery school teacher. At one point, she got singing faster than the instruments could follow, like they were trying to catch up. And when she roared, "'Cause you're mine, we are all hers." We were. I was listening to the live recording of that song last night on Matt's Live with Others, which, we recorded that song and put it on the album. Anyway, you can hear the room, even on that recording. They do that stunned cheering thing a room does when a song blows past the border guards and into infinite. And all you could do was stand there feeling like we were driving straight into the sun. But in a good way. At which point, the promoter that I was standing with at the bar turned around and looked at me and he goes, "Who is that?" I said, "Well, that's Kate." But behind her back, we call her the Queen. Tonight, listening to her songs and the songs that this great mob of friends and wild things will sing about her, we can think on the subject of who that is and pay a little tribute to the Queen.
Hear it from the incomparable Lynne.